It's May and I've got some happy cardio for us today. There's absolutely no jumping, no transitions to the ground, and no equipment needed. So when you're ready, I'm totally ready. Let's go. All right, killer bees, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. And that means that we're getting started with some arm circles with high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm already singing. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend. And around here, we are all about making peace with your menopausal body by finding a healthy weight and moving in ways that feel like self-love. And to me, cardio feels like self-love. Cardio totally feels like self-love. If you are a cardio girl like me, this is gonna be an absolute no-brainer today. It's gonna be happy, happy, happy. If kind of also like me, you happen to be a strength lover and maybe cardio is not your favorite thing, I think I have designed a workout that's going to make you, okay, maybe not love cardio, but at least have some nice happy endorphins flowing through your veins by the time that we are done. Today is going to be a perfectly lovely, moderate day, which by the way is perfectly lovely for weight loss and for weight maintenance and for just feeling good. You guys, moderation, as far as I can tell, has absolutely no downsides of any sort at all. But today is nice and moderate no matter what. And let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. The reason that it is particularly moderate, I have what I would consider to be, Blossom, are you gonna go? You're gonna wander away? You're gonna go do your moderate napping somewhere else? You'll probably be back. Hopefully she'll be back. Anyways, what we have today is intervals of 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest, which I happen to think is just about perfect. Like, when in doubt, I should keep the intervals pretty doable. 20 seconds is pretty doable. And today with the 10 seconds of rest in between, it means that we kind of get that half a minute to like reset our brains and figure out, okay, what is the next exercise? What is it exactly that I'm going to be doing next with my body? Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. Speaking of what am I doing next with my body, right now we're just stretching. This is one that I get questioned about quite a bit, about what exactly am I supposed to be feeling with these welcome to my homes when I say welcome to my home. For me personally, I'm stretching out my abs and my chest. For lots of us, myself included, it's also a teeny bit of balance practice while we take that step back. You guys, when in doubt, I am asking you to work on your balance. It is by far the most critical skill that we can have at this age. We are not going to get better at our balance without practicing, and we're probably not going to get better at our balance unless we practice it a little bit every single day. That's why every day in every way, there's a little bit of practicing our balance. Not a lot, and honestly, no matter where you feel this one, if it's a teeny tiny bit challenging and gets you moving and gets your arms stretching out and gets you feeling where your body is in space and time, that is exactly the benefit that I want you to be getting from this, you guys. The other benefit that we're gonna get, a little bit of happiness. We're starting, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna explain this one. We're starting with wide walking starts. And the reason that I had this to be our number one exercise is because I've never done it before. I'm very concerned about my coordination and I really just wanted to get it over with. So what we're doing, we're starting right here in the middle. We're gonna take a step out to the side while having that same hand go out to that same side, and then take a step out to the other side while having that other hand go out to that same other side, and then stepping in and stepping in. If you've ever done walking stars with me, you've seen this where we're stepping forward and putting our hands up. This time we're just stepping wide and stepping back, and then changing leader hands and leader legs and stepping back. Let's go ahead and be on the timer so that we can just get going with it. It's either gonna go amazingly well or amazingly not so well, and here's the thing, it's only 20 seconds, woohoo! Oh, I totally just did the same leader foot because that was my dominant leg. I'm sorry, I know I just totally messed you up with that, and I'm sorry. This is the thing. Welcome to working out with me, you guys. Coming up next, we're doing upside down jacks. We're gonna start with our hands up and our feet together. As we bring our hands down, like jumping jacks, even though we're not jumping, we're taking a big wide step out to the side. And we're really actually transferring some weight over. Like that is the point of this one. It's a little bit of toning in our cardio because when in doubt, let's go ahead and get all the bang for our buck. We're doing a lot of lateral motion today, really thinking about opening up our hips. Here's 10 seconds of rest. Really opening up our hips, opening up our bodies, opening up our hearts to this experience. When it beeps again, we're doing twisting kicks. Just what it sounds like. We're gonna twist our upper body while kicking our lower body. If you would like to, you could totally get your hands into this too and have a little bit of fun with it. You certainly don't have to. My friends, whatever feels moderate for you is moderate for you. And when in doubt, especially if you are losing weight, honestly, my friends, kind of the less you do, the better it is for you. And I'm going to explain that in just a second. But first of all, let me tell you that we're doing low swinging heel digs, which means that our hands are swinging from side to side. Low meaning just that they're simply not going over our heads. And then a heel dig means that you're just tapping your foot right out in front of you, tapping your heel right out in front of you. Now here's the thing, what I said about the less you do, the better. I know, it's a controversial statement, but here's the thing. You guys, weight loss is not driven by exercise. It's just not. It's not where we control our energy. Here's 10 seconds of rest, and then coming up next, we're doing toy soldiers. Hands are gonna be up overhead, your opposite hand reaching for your opposite kicking foot. What we control of the weight loss process is our energy in, meaning that if we eat the consistently right number of calories every single day and over time are consistently in a slight caloric deficit, our body will release weight. Like that's as simple as it gets. Here's 10 seconds of rest. Coming up next, we're doing punch down, tap outs. So we're tapping out to one side while punching that arm down and then tapping out to the other side and punching the other arm down. As quickly as you want to go, you could, honestly, you could get a little bit of a hippity hop into this. You certainly don't need to. You can keep it absolutely, practically no impact, but definitely low impact with no jumping. I get enthusiastic, so I do get a little bounce to it, but you are welcome to take this at whatever pace works best for you. 10 seconds of rest, and coming up next, we're doing dancing X's. Hands wide, feet wide. We're bringing our opposite elbow towards our opposite knee right here in the middle. We're making a big X, and then we're crunching it in the middle. Nice and quick with this cardio pace. But here's the thing about calories out, because I know that we would love to control them. I know that lots of fitness trainers, myself included, on some of my older workouts, really talk about how we are definitely burning fat. Here's 10 seconds of rest while we are exercising. And the fact is, maybe you are and maybe you aren't. When it beeps again, we're doing big arm side shuffles. I'm going to scoot to the side a little bit here. We're shuffling to the side while getting some nice big arms here up in the middle, making a nice big circle with your hands. And again, you could get a real bounce to this, but you don't have to. You can simply step to the side, whatever works for you and possibly your downstairs neighbors, if you've got them. Being considerate is always nice. Here's 10 seconds of rest. You notice your heart rate comes up, 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 even with this rest. When it beeps again, we're doing pop-a squats, which is just what it sounds like. We're popping a little bit of a squat, and then hands go up overhead. It's not a full squat. We do not need to get down low. This is much more about moving your hands up and down, pushing your hips back behind you. It is not father squats, by the way. It's papa squats. As though we are camping. And my friends, here's the great news. This was circuit number 1. We're going to do all of those exercises just one more time before we move on to another short circuit. Not short circuits, but short circuit. Here we go with the wide walking stars. Let me think about this for a second. Changing leader feet each time. Trying really hard to stay coordinated. This is the last time I have to do these, at least for today. We'll see whether or not I ever do these again. I like them. I like challenging my brain, at least a little bit. Here's 10 seconds of rest. Thank goodness. When it beeps again, we're doing those upside down jacks. Here's what I was talking about quite some time ago with controlling our calories out. Here's upside down jacks. The fact is, your body's gonna do what your body's gonna do. Like every time. Your body is always making choices based on all of the inputs that you give it, including things like how much you slept, how much water you've had, how much you ate, and when was the last time you ate, whether or not you are stressed out or feeling calm. Here's 10 seconds of rest. All kinds of inputs determine whether or not at any given moment your body is burning fat. When it beeps again, we're doing twisting kicks. Here we go. So sometimes, yes, absolutely, while you are exercising, your body is totally totally burning fat. Like, it's not a lie to tell you that you are burning fat while you are exercising. But the fact is that sometimes while you're exercising, you're not burning fat. Sometimes while you're sleeping, your body is burning fat. And in fact, it's far more likely that you're burning fat in your sleep. Here's 10 seconds of rest. And by the way, the next exercise is low swinging heel digs, because you spend so much more time asleep. If you're in a consistent caloric deficit over days and weeks and months, the fact is you spend not as much time asleep as you do awake, but you spend a good portion of your day asleep, and significantly more of your day asleep than you do, exercising. Here's 10 seconds of rest, and coming up next, we're doing toy soldiers. So, just from a percentages likelihood sort of a perspective, you're far more likely, here's toy soldiers, to be burning fat in your sleep than you are while you're exercising. Isn't that crazy when you think about that? And that, my friends, is honestly the best news ever. It takes all the pressure off of your workout. You get to work out and just have fun. Just have a good time with it. Just enjoy yourself and feel happy because we're doing cardio. Here's 10 seconds of rest. Coming up next, we're doing those punch down tap outs. And I know you want to take your workout so seriously. I know you do. For years, I did. For heaven's sakes, I've absolutely had some very serious workouts. And some of that, here on my YouTube channel, some of my older workouts that seemed very serious was just because I was very self-conscious in front of the camera. but I used to, in general, take my workouts very seriously. Here's 10 seconds of rest, and coming up next, we're doing dancing X's. And you know what was really funny about that? Is that I wasn't getting any better results. I totally wasn't doing better things for my body necessarily. Here's our dancing X's. Hands are wide, feet are wide, crunching right in the middle, opposite elbow to opposite knee. And now that I have fun with my workouts, every time I work out, I feel like I actually get better results because I always look forward to my workouts. I always have a good time, and I really pay attention to what that feels like in my body. When it beeps again, we're doing big arm side shuffles. I'm going to scoot to the side just a little bit here, and here we go, and away we go. This one feels like such a dancing move to me. In fact, quite a few of these today. If you are a dancer, or you were a dancer, or you like to dance, or anything dance related, you might recognize, because I did get a lot of comments about how dancey some of the moves feel. I will tell you, 10 seconds of rest, I am extraordinarily uncoordinated just in general and have been my entire life. So I never danced, ever. Papa squats are the last thing in this particular circuit. I've got another handful of good exercises for us that's going to make us feel nice and happy coming up next. But first, we're going to get through these Papa squats for the last time. I know it's only the second time, but it's the last time that we're doing them today. I do enjoy a little double circuit. Not too many times to have to do an exercise that you don't love. Coming up next, we're doing skiers. So your hands are going up and down right in front of you, and your feet are shuffling back and forth directly underneath you. This is another one. Honestly, you could absolutely do this with jumping. You could make today's workout so much more intense if you really wanted to be serious about it. But why? Why in the world wouldn't you just have some fun? Right? Here's 10 seconds of rest. Coming up next, we're doing one of my absolute favorites, forward hinge arm flappers. This is one of my favorites because it is essentially a deadlift. Your hands are doing jumping jacks, but there's absolutely no jumping. But your lower body your hips are pushing back and pulling forward, exactly like a deadlift. Your back stays super straight. Your knees, my knees aren't super straight because my hamstrings aren't that flexible. Your knees might be very straight, but we are paying attention to your butt. Your butt is driving this motion. And, little bonus, totally getting some booty toning while we're doing cardio. When it beeps again, everybody's favorite, we're doing can-cans. It's a knee and a kick on one side, a knee and a kick, and then a knee and a kick on the other side. Very dancey, reminds me of the Rockettes. getting distracted. I apologize. I don't know if you guys could see on camera. I never know exactly where my framing is as to what you can see because I can only see some of it in my peripheral vision. Agatha, my big fluffy cat, here's 10 seconds of rest, just kind of sauntered into the room and she's right underneath the camera, the tripod. When it beeps again, we're doing chicken wing side kicks. Your hands, your fists are right here underneath your chin. Your feet are kicking out to the side and your elbows are flapping like chicken wings. But the thing about Agatha, when we first got her, when she first came inside, because she was a stray in our neighborhood and she adopted us. So 10 seconds of rest. When she first came inside, she used to chew on the bottom of the tripod every time she came into the room while I was filming. When it beeps again, we're doing windmill tap backs. Hands are wide, feet are wide. Reaching your opposite hand down towards your opposite, I always say foot. I never touch my foot. You're welcome to reach whatever feels like a good reach for you. Your same foot, though, is tapping back, almost like a curtsy lunge. Do you feel that work in the inner and outer thighs? 10 seconds of rest. You guys, no matter how much cardio we're doing, you're also doing plenty of toning and strength work. When it beeps again, letter K's, hands up. Oopsies, that was only one hand supposed to go down to the side. On one side, it's the letter K. On the other side, it's not. When your hands are up, your feet are straight. When one hand comes down on one side, that same side is kicking out to the side. Again, lots of lateral motion today. Really thinking, even though we don't have to think very hard about it, 10 seconds of rest, really thinking about your inner and outer thighs, your lateral motion today. When it beeps, we're doing ding dongs. Hands are swinging. I call it low because we're not going overhead, but they swing up pretty high out to the side, don't they? While we're kicking that same foot, ding and dong, a lot like weeble wobbles, because you can really get rocking on this one. One of my favorite exercises. I know I've said that about quite a few of them today because you know, when you give a workout a name like Happy Cardio, here's 10 seconds of rest, I had to do some of my favorite exercises, such as half jacks. It's literally half of a jumping jack at a time. The right half and the left half, which of course for you is the opposite, but that was correct for me. You guys, this is the thing. You never have to follow along exactly. You never have to be doing your right side when I'm doing my right side. You never have to be going the same pace as me, the same speed as me, the same range of motion as me. Here's 10 seconds of rest. It is good to rest at the same time I rest, but maybe you rest more. Maybe your rest looks a little bit more resty. When it beeps again, we're doing reach across, which is exactly what it sounds like. We're reaching across our body and across our body, tapping that same foot out to the side a little bit. Again, really thinking about how when we move across our body laterally like this, we're not moving in the same plane of motion that we pretty much always do. This is a really good challenge for lots of different parts of your body, as well as, of course, your heart and lungs. You guys, that was the entire second circuit. You have now seen all of the exercises. We're going to come right on back up to skiers. We're going to do this circuit for a second time. Here we go with skiers. Hands going up and down in front of you, feet shuffling back and forth underneath you, and then that's it. That's how simple and happy cardio can be. You guys, you are welcome to take your workout seriously if you'd like to. If you want to have a nice stern expression on your face, if you want to really think about how perfect it all needs to be, here's 10 seconds of rest, you're totally welcome to. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, I can't stop you. Coming up next, we're doing forward hinge arm flappers. But I am absolutely going to encourage you to simply enjoy your workouts. Yes, it's a good idea to think about it. Engage your brain as well as your body. Pay attention to what your body is doing. Think about where your booty is, moving back, moving forward, squeezing those glutes, thinking about your full range of motion, thinking about how miraculous your body is for being able to move in ways like this. When it beeps again, we're doing can-cans. Thinking about, honestly, how miraculous it is that you've gotten so much better at some exercises that used to be super hard for you. Help yourself to thinking about your workout. Definitely thinking about your workout routine, making sure that it has at least enough well-roundedness that you are doing some kind of strength work, some kind of cardio work, some kind of flexibility. Here's 10 seconds of rest. But other than that, My friends, let's just have some fun. For example, the chicken wing side kicks. I mean, come on. Your elbows are flapping. You're kicking out to the side. It doesn't get more fun than this kind of silliness. And it doesn't get more simple than this. We don't have to get up and down from the ground. We don't have to feel like we really burned a lot today. We don't have to feel like we gave it our all. We don't really have, well, I was going to say we just have to have fun. You don't even have to have fun. You could just be done. Peeps, again, we're doing windmill tap backs. You could be grumpy. You could be a grumpy Gus all day long if you want to. I will encourage you, though, to go ahead and have a little fun, have a little happiness in your life. You know, there are plenty of other things that we could absolutely be serious about. Plenty of other things that we could stress about. 10 seconds of rest. Your workout could just be for fun. When it beeps again, I'm going to explain this one first. Letter K is both hands up. One hand comes down to the side while that same foot is kicking out to the side. There we go. I got it this time. This is what I'm saying about engaging your brain and your body. And whether you engage your brain and your body and whether or not they actually work in conjunction with one another really doesn't matter. This is the other thing that I think about quite a bit. When I was very serious about my workouts, here's 10 seconds of rest, and coming up next is ding dongs. Hands are swinging low but high, not over your head, and one foot is kicking out, whee, to the side. When I used to be very serious about my workout and I really wanted to make sure that I was getting the most out of every single thing, I really worried. I spent a lot of time, in fact, stressing myself out about whether or not what I was doing was perfect. Now I think you've seen that I do not worry about that at all. Here's 10 seconds of rest. Coming up next, we're doing half jacks. Life is way too short to stress out about whether or not you are doing half jacks correctly, or if you're just flapping your arms and having a good time. My friends, if you don't do it correctly today, you'll probably do it correctly next time. If you don't do it correctly next time, you'll probably eventually at some point do it more or less in a way that is more or less good for you. And here's my rule of thumb. If you are not getting injured, then you are absolutely doing it right. When it beeps again, it's the last exercise of our last circuit of the last thing, sort of, today. It's reaching across your body. And I know you already caught that. If today is not your first workout with me. If today is your first workout with me, hello, I'm super happy you're here. And you're in for a nice surprise. When it beeps, we are done. But we're not quite finished. I've always got one final thing for us, and about 99% of the time, it is a little bit of balance work, and that is absolutely the case today. Here's what it looks like. Super slow crane kick jacks. Hands are doing jumping jacks, so up over your head. I'm going to stand on one foot from me, my left foot first. My right knee is going to come up to wherever I can get it to. We're doing a crane kick, which means that all you're doing is straightening your knee. Your hip angle is about 90 degrees, if you can, and then you're trying to get your knee angle to 180 degrees. Again, if you can. Mine's not even close. Probably about 165 if I'm lucky. Here's 10 seconds of rest. That was all on that side. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and then that's it. We're really pulling in that core, thinking about your balance. Here we go on the other side. Oh, good golly, speaking of your balance. That wasn't a very good start, was it? Sometimes that happens, my friends. Balance is always a practice and always makes me happy. Also, we're really strengthening our knees when we do thigh work like this, and that was it. You guys, do you feel happy? I know I do. Let's go ahead and do some arm circles and cool it down. Now I know, if you want to be serious about your workout, I know some of you are like, well, that wasn't enough. I laughed too much. It wasn't long enough. I have to do more. Oh my gosh, you don't. You really don't. You know, the real magic of a 20-ish minute workout is that you can do it every single day for the rest of your life. This kind of moderation, the magic isn't in one workout. The happiness might be in one workout, but honestly, the real happiness comes from doing this all the time, from knowing that your beautiful, amazing, miraculous body can come back and do something exactly like this or different than this, but about the same length of time, about the same intensity every every single day. That, my friends, feels pretty happy, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and do some arm openers. And of course, when we close it up, we're giving ourselves a big hug and a pat on our back because you did such a good job today. And I'm super proud of you, and I'm super happy that you were here working out with me. You guys, every day for the first week of May, I've got a new exercise video coming out. Today was day 1. There are 6 more to follow. You can follow along the whole month by repeating this week again and again and getting happy every single time. Make sure you click that subscribe button before you go. Wow! And I'll see you tomorrow.